Okay, hello, now it appears to be working. Okay, great, can you hear me? Let's just make sure all the technical issues are resolved. Okay. Hi. Does it work? Can you hear me? Looks like it. Great. So, I think you appear to be the only one watching right now. Which of these projects should we start with? Well, there's four. We could cover this stream. I must admit I probably forgot like half of what I implemented into those projects because it's been quite a while. Probably more than half, even. All right, Enigma Crafters. I don't even remember how I came up with that name because it's pretty unfitting, actually. Anyway, so hmm, don't quite know what that is. Let's just step away from the introductory NPC, I guess. Yeah, looks like it's the one damaging me. Great. Okay, looks like I'm at least free to read now without dying. 10% chance to drop these items, while the odds of animals dropping them only are 5%. There are 4 different types of items belonging to rarities: common, rare, epic, and legendary. These rarities are meant to indicate okay, what the fuck's going on here? You know what? I'll just skip the introduction and jump right ahead. So just so you know, it's oh yeah, I think there are those bosses. Maybe it's them. I'll just try to get away. Yeah, that's right. This is just chaos for now. Though to be fair, I didn't have a lot of experience with commands at the time I made this. So I think we must not judge too heavily. And by the way, you'll get to see how bad I actually am in this game, because I never play survival. I don't really know what kind of goals we should set for now. Maybe, let's say I'm gonna try to defeat one of the bosses I added, but the issue is I don't really know what they are capable of. I think they were like kind of too overpowered, because I didn't make this with balance in mind. So I can definitely already tell you all of the projects I worked on, this one is by far the worst, at least in my opinion. Yeah, we'll also have to wait for a boss to spawn then, because I think every mob could theoretically end up being a boss, because it was more of a modification than actual bosses. So now what could I do? Stone sword. Hey, at least I know the crafting recipes. And then I think we're just gonna try to get some of the items I added, which probably is gonna take a while, but I think I've also added like crates. Which could contain items or item dust, and if I remember correctly, item dust can be used to buy items. But yeah, the odds of items dropping are quite low, and some of them also crap, like that's not gonna guarantee we're gonna come any further. Yeah, no, the skull isn't named, but the crates were just the skeleton skulls, well, armor stands wearing skeleton skulls spread across the map, but something just killed the armor stand, the crate armor stand, which is why there is no crate left, just the head skull. I mean, I guess, why not? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Item dust. So let's see. Let's do a rare item. All-seeing eye. Oh yeah, right. That's not exactly great, because I've later added this camera perspective whenever you crouch. For whatever reason I did that, and that's activated while crouching. But either way, I think it's kind of a shitty item, just it's like a worse spying glass. Okay, and if I recall correctly, that's a landmine. Yeah. And I also don't remember why I added these. I guess I just kind of did. Anyway. You know what? This item kind of sucks. Let's get rid of it. Oh. Oh, no, let's re-roll it actually. Strength charm. Yeah, I think it gives me strength from time to time. It's also not exactly the best. Yeah, it causes funny bombs. I think that's why I added the landmines. I know there's like a landmine collection item as well. I think you could just buy it with item dust. But I think the implications for single player aren't really worth mentioning, because like multiplayer it might be fun, but realistically not many mobs are gonna step on the landmines. I don't even know if mobs activate them. Yeah, but why not? Yeah, and I suppose I should also try getting like iron tools and armor. Let's just you didn't see anything? Oh yeah, it's about OBS. I just hadn't updated the OBS app, it seems like, because updating it fixed everything. But I updated my driver first, which is why it took a bit longer. Anyway, it's working now. Well, that's what counts, isn't it? Great. Eternal Emerald. I think those just spawn emeralds in inventory. That's actually potentially good, at least. Yeah. That's far better than the all-seeing eye. The new mob look, what do you mean by that? Oh, first of all, welcome, Anonymous King Serpent. I don't think I've seen you on this channel before, but again, yeah, it's been quite a while. Huh? Okay, I don't know what that's lying around, but sure, I guess. Probably, nah, the effect doesn't stack, I suppose, but yeah, we just upgraded to diamond, essentially. Yeah, cash generator, right. Just gonna assume it takes a while for this to actually work. But we can salvage the remains of the other diamond. Well, it's not a lot, but it's something at least. Oh yeah, the diamond generator is kind of slow, but well, nothing we can do about it, I suppose. Still better than having to earn those diamonds, honestly. Oh yeah, that's another landmine, great. Why is it that just the landmines spawn and never the crates? Also, let me quickly check. Oh yeah. We just found out the landmines work, at least. How awesome. Now let me quickly check if always day is on. Wait, no, daylight cycle. No, it's do daylight cycle, right? Yeah, now it should be working. Yeah, the sun looks to be moving. Okay, great. Good thing I turned keep inventory on. Well, I'm just gonna make a diamond sword for no particular reason, but we have the diamonds and we're not gonna run out. And yeah, again, apologies, because you have to see how bad I actually am at this game. I don't really play Minecraft apart from command blocks, and actually I haven't really played any Minecraft in quite a while, because I've had this 7-month break, essentially, which, yeah, I suppose all of you know. Yeah, essentially this is a revamp of survival, so some of the creatures, mobs, whatever you want to call them, they have like enhanced stats, but I didn't erase the base stat system in the game and replace it by something more fitting with like RPG elements, unlike I did in one of my other projects at least, which probably was the most fun to work on, but the one I've made the least progress in as well. Create another rare item. Oh. Are you kidding me, aren't you? Don't look to be too lucky with the items, because I remember there were a bunch of items, but I somehow keep getting the same ones. Since when have actually like fallen leaves in Minecraft? Is this new? Or maybe I just don't remember it. Oh, that's quite a bunch of item dust. Let's see how much a legendary one epic one costs. 1,000, okay. We'll just need to save some dust and I'm gonna be able to. I don't remember if I also did the eternal netherite. I don't think so. And yeah, the other projects on the list are Soulforged Adventures, which actually I think is the most fun to play, but I also didn't really keep developing it for too long. It's a bit of a roguelite, essentially, or at least that's what I wanted it to be. And then there's my RPG, which I made this video on, which you may or may not have seen. And the whole The Boys project, which required the largest amount of commands, and is the only one I really finished out of these. Though maybe for the new season of The Boys dropping, I may add a few things. Maybe upload another tutorial if there's like new characters suitable to have their powers transferred to Minecraft. I'm just waiting for it to become night. Yeah, oh, that's another crate type, I can't remember. Ah, speed charm. I think that just gives me speed from time to time. Probably should have made these charms to give the effect constantly rather than every 10 seconds. Okay, another thing I maybe wanna try to get into is FMBEs. I haven't really dealt with them at all. I'm usually not too. Usually don't lean too heavily into like graphics because I think it's a bit annoying, especially with complicated animations like the ones required for FMBEs. But looks cool. Maybe checking it out soon. You love roguelikes. That's great to hear. Wait, let me open Minecraft again. But yeah, this one at least is, as I said, more for survival revamp. I think this page on MC Pedal is still up, so if you want to give it a try yourself, feel free to do so. It also comes with a bit more information than what I'm doing here. Just trying to remember the mechanics, but not really sure. I'm doing a proper job at that. I actually think I don't need the strength charm, so I'm just gonna salvage it. But okay, the salvaging probably needs some work because it doesn't look to work always, just sometimes. That's not great. Okay, great. Oh, well, not great. Sad you'll have to leave, but great, you'll try to watch the VOD afterwards, and thanks for checking by. Oh wait, that's not great. And the particles are just indicators of the level system, which admittedly isn't great, but I think applies some health boost effects or resistance or something, at the very least. Well, that's probably a bit strong for me, but since it's a skeleton, it's not affected by strength. Yeah, still I suck at this game, so... Wait, since when do zombie horses actually spawn in the game? Since when do they have spears? Well, that's strange. Anyway, at least I can craft a chest plate now. And I also don't really know why I took this copper with me. Actually, let's just drive over to that village because I've got a bunch of emeralds that I somehow need to get rid of. Oh yes, that looks like one of these nautiluses that they recently added. I've seen that much, but I haven't really kept up with all the Minecraft updates of the past. And that looks to be an ocean monument. That's also not cool. Oh yeah, got a lot of morning fatigue. And also sorry if this is like completely boring. Just say if it is. I'm not really used to live streaming, especially not this type of live stream, which isn't really about commands, but I figured it might be a good idea because I stepped away from YouTube for quite some time. Okay, so anyway, what would you guys be interested in me starting to develop a new project and actually maybe finishing it this time or getting a bit further than I usually do? So first of all we can go to sleep. And then like, what kind of chest is this? That's like, it's gotta be the worst chest ever. I've got 6 more diamonds. You need 7 for the pants, right? Oh, and there's also new cows. I think actually I heard of that as well. Oh, why not? So now is there some blacksmith or anything that could actually be helpful? So you got all these emeralds and no real way to use them. Works there isn't really. Hi, Yoflu 2014. I don't think I've ever seen you on that on this channel before. Particularly as I already said earlier, I've stepped away from this for like 7 months or something. So don't be mad at me if I forgot somebody. Well, I'm doing fine. What about you? issue for me, or is Minecraft's performance somehow way worse than it used to be? So I usually could always stream without having to worry about performance, but now it's the frames aren't too great. Let's just put it this way. Oh great, we've got 4 people watching, it looks like. It's probably basically new records. So, let's do that. So to all newcomers, we're checking out some of my older projects. These are far from finished, but no, this is Enigma Craft. I can't really recall why I thought this name to be fitting, because it's not, but anyway, it's a bit of an expanded survival experience, where mobs and stuff can drop new items that are helpful in some way. So for example, the speed charm over here gives me a speed boost constantly. Then there's also the Eternal Diamond and the Eternal Emerald, which, well, do what you probably would expect them to, generating the material that's responsible for their name. And now, yeah, we're just gonna try to get some more items so we can show them. Maybe to, you know, beat one of the bosses I added, but I doubt that's gonna happen because I suck at this game, and I think they are too strong anyway. But I think there was a vampire boss of sorts, if I recall correctly. Oh, the textures also look updated. Why are you bothering to kill those upgraded animals? Because the odds of them dropping something aren't really better, I believe. Now let's get rid of the skeleton skull. I don't really need that. Maybe we're gonna find a desert temple of some sort. That would be great. Although I don't really know what would use that for. Oh yeah, that's a landmine underwater. So to those of you who haven't been here with, since the beginning, which will probably be most of you, there are also landmines which just explode if you step on them, and there's an item to collect them and place them somewhere else. Well, I consider visiting that outpost over there, but I believe I'm not gonna survive. Oh, that's you. I don't know yet. But I would recommend not discussing this matter in a live stream, really. Oh yeah, that's a landmine for everybody to see. Oh, great. So now we've got some more item dust, which we can use to craft, well, create items. Well, that was a bunch. Okay, but this one didn't seem to work. And neither did this. Great. So as I said, I didn't know all that much about commands back when I started working on this project. So something appears to be wrong. Yeah. Bye. Oh yeah, that was actually fun for once. Well, shouldn't have said that. Let's put like a grappling hook in bed. Oh, and if I recall correctly, that's a drill. Don't ask me why I used the dragon skull. Okay, how am I gonna get out of here now? I mean, I suppose I could, in theory, use the rope, but I suppose that's too risky as well. Because there's no shot I'm gonna survive that attempt. And if you wanna check out one of the other 3 projects, just ask, because this one's intentionally designed around base survival, which I suppose isn't too exciting for most of you. But you can also download this project yourself if you want to, and give it a shot. Just warning you, maybe slightly bugged. Yeah, really gotta find some sort of way to use those emeralds at some point, I believe. Okay, so here's the thing. I believe that's not too exciting to watch, so we're just gonna switch to the next project. Which I suppose is just gonna be the boys project for now. If you know this channel, you've probably grown quite tired of this project by now, because that's the one I did make quite a few videos on. So essentially, if you've seen the series The Boys, it's, well, it obviously a unique or not so unique twist on the superhero genre, which we all know and love or hate. And yeah, I've added some of the superpowers from that show, as well as a bunch of own ideas or ideas by community members, and they can be obtained by drinking this substance here. Alright, so let me go to survival. Importantly, I did not. I did not. Importantly, there is no normal HUD, so you won't be able to see your health, but it just looks a bit cleaner this way. So laser rays, I think, are kind of obvious, but wait, shit, that's the wrong perspective. This just deals 1 damage per tick. And this has the potential to be quite strong. As you see, that's an iron golem. Now, we've got this leech spear, which restores some health. That's it for now. Okay. Well, high jump. I believe it's kind of obvious. And we've got the laser ray again, as well as the strong laser. This one's actually kind of cool. I forgot what that effect is. Let's just ignore it for now. Yeah, and you see the iron golems drop compound V and the substance required to remove your powers. Oh yeah, and while holding these blank powers, empty slots, you can actually see your health. And in this case, we see my health is pretty low. This causes enemies to attack each other, which is quite a strong power. And let's see what else we got. That's basically just a rework of the laser ray, and let's hope I don't die here. But looks like I will. Yeah, shit. Luckily, this is still Minecraft, and we spawned in this arena, so. Doesn't look like I've got any more component V left. In this case, that's just one thing I can really do. The sonic beams, they also aren't too strong. Looks like they apply some slowness effect. Yeah. Certainly does. Well, now I angered both of them. That's not great. And why do I have a saddle? That's another question I don't really have the answer to. So you see, some of those powers are definitely stronger than others. This being an example of the latter categories. And of course I got another power removal, which isn't optimal. And this arena is just gonna keep on spawning iron golems. At least it should. And I've actually made tutorials on how to recreate each of these powers. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So now blood daggers, these are actually quite cool. Summons a random amount of daggers. But as you can see, it's unfortunately not all that strong. Yeah, evaluation just gives you fire resistance. Causes you to leave a trail of fire. Which isn't too bad against the Iron Golem. Because this way we can immobilize it and then fire these skulls. Just circle around it so it won't move. Oh yeah, one of the issues with using armor stones for this is that they can also catch fire. Which I probably should have thought about earlier. Because it could have been... Well, no, actually, it couldn't have been both in this case. Ah, 2 frost themed abilities, that's funny considering we just had the opposite essentially. Yeah, that also does what you would expect and freezes enemies. Fuck. While the ray applies slowness. The rays, of course, are all pretty similar. That's difficult to avoid. Okay, cool, let's just test those powers against the slime, shall we? Oh, actually, let's reroll the powers. Ah, this also was kind of fun. Well, that is if you win. Okay, let me quickly look at the chat. Oh, another thing you might have realized, my Wi-Fi now is better than it used to be. Because when I used to do these streams in the past, my Wi-Fi didn't always play along, which kind of sucked. Yeah. But no, well, those were replaced by other technical issues at the beginning. So I suppose it just had to happen. Although it's kind of on me for not updating OBS. Okay, great. I see we've got someone new watching. Oh, great, now I just get that potion. And I don't really know how the other structure is named. Well, but killing an iron golem with this power isn't worst thing in the world. Like, most difficult, I mean. I suppose this might also be fun to play with friends, but the powers aren't really balanced enough to warrant a great experience. Are you kidding me? Just this one again. And it looks like the iron golems aren't respawning properly as they should. Oh yeah. Wait. Let's see if they respawn. Yeah, they do. Great. I still have the other potion. I'm really sorry if it's getting repetitive. And of course this power isn't really doing anything because why would it? It's just passive. Yeah, but as I already said, if you're interested in seeing this project in detail, I'd recommend watching the video which I made, and maybe the tutorial as well. But that's no must. It's pretty long, so I won't blame you if you don't want to watch it completely. I wouldn't either. Finally. Oh, the void shot was fun, I believe. I like the sound effects. Oh yeah, it's not that much fun. I don't know if this won't work. I think we'll need to get some distance between both of us. Already looks better. But it's kind of hard to aim with this one. Yeah, that's what it's meant to do. And the void shot is just kind of bad against iron golems in general because they hit pretty hard. Yeah, let's just have it this way then. Oh, the chasing bone is another fun one. I'm not exactly proud of the way this looks. And now that we've seen how this plays for a bit, I think we can go through all of the powers separately, one by one. Okay, so as you can see, that's this is over 50 powers in total, and those aren't all unique ones, just differently grouped by, like, I guess, element or whatever, if you want to call them and then by damage categories or utility. The firewall is what you just expect, a wall of fire. Immolation, we've already seen this one. The oil puddle is also kind of cool. And it's gonna start to ignite at some point, and the blue flames do more damage and trigger more rapidly. And we've got the fire storm, which also is cool. Voila. It's decent at least. On second thought, I wouldn't call it pretty cool though. We've seen the laser, we've seen the skulls. Now the frost meteor, also kind of nice. It's not too spectacular, but it does what it's meant to. Right, we started there. Frost step we saw. The rideable wave actually is pretty cool. That was suggested by one community member, if I recall correctly. Like, it doesn't look too awesome, but it does what it's meant to. The frost breath, we've seen those, and then the ice shards. Yeah, I don't think I really need to explain them. Now we've seen the physical bone, but just once more. I just call it physical bone, chasing bone, because physical damage. Cancerous tentacles are straight from the boys. Yeah. Super speed is also straight from the boys, but this has a little of a spin or a twist to it. This is meant to be blood, but wasn't really. I'm not the biggest fan of this type of particle, but didn't find anything that fit better, and I'm also no fan of spending a bunch of time on particle effects that look cool. Yeah, those are the crystal spikes. Should you ever need amethyst shards, that's probably a good option. The air burst could be straight from Avatar, I suppose. Also not the most unique ability, but well, it works again. I don't think it's kind of fun to play around with. Then we've got the crystal ray. Another of these rays, yeah. Maybe that's even better than the amethyst shards than the other one. The leech spear we already saw. Sonic beams as well. Energy blast 2. The blinding burst should be new, but it's not spectacular in any way. And strong laser, as I said, one of my favorites. The sonic wave, I believe, is also gonna fun. Yeah, it does a lot of damage actually. The void shot we saw, I don't really remember what that one does. Let's summon an iron golem to test out. Oh yeah, that's that one. Probably could have added some animations of some sort to make it stand out a bit, but I suppose I didn't. Oh, and by the way, those are all the command blocks involved in this entire project. it's not like too many bad. Well, they are quite repetitive at least. Now we've got those out of the way. The explosive ray, I think we've seen that one, but not the rest. Well, that's just a little explosion, like doesn't do too much damage. Yeah, 11 damage is fine. Explosive burst, I can't quite remember what that one did. Oh, yeah. I remember now. It has the potential to deal a bunch of damage. That's why it said 10 to 80. Wait, maybe not now. I'm really sorry. Whichever one of my Microsoft friends that was, but yeah, that's the fireball, and that's the airstrike, although it's not really the greatest superpower, I suppose. Explosive ray, explosive strike. And yeah, we've seen those. And that actually excludes the passive ones that don't deal any damage. As well as some of these here. Like heal, ultra jump. Actually, the ultra jump was kind of fun. And the flight one too. Yeah, well, I mean, we might have looked at some of these utilities things. That's the ultra jump. Then that's the flight. That's a city vomit. I couldn't really find a fitting sound effect, so that's what we're working with. Could probably like draw a little smiley or something, but no, I'm not gonna do that now. And then if you've watched The Boys, you've probably know the head popper. And I think I missed. You know what? I have a video on this topic. I don't really need to wait another 20 seconds. Phase out was another viewer suggestion. If I recall correctly. Yeah, it's gonna keep your position but not your rotation, I believe. Probably should have added that too. So you can just scout out other locations. Attracting ray. Okay, so for some reason they aren't working. Well, it's not too much of a big deal. And yeah, we've seen the rest. Oh yeah, I'm a survival. Oh yeah, that's why it says charging complete. So yeah, that's the attracting ray. Just pulls enemies close towards you. Huh? So I think I've already covered this project in total in grand detail on my channel, and didn't really need to further deal with it. Let's have a look at the RPG world I made. that. Okay, this is the one I really remember the least about. Okay. Probably should go to survival. I will give you some coins if you can bring me zombie blood. So that's 5 zombie blood for 5 gold. Husk skin, that's 5 for 10 gold. Rotten eyes, 2 for 7 gold. Or, for just some money, I will explain what can be crafted using these resources. Okay, let's try that. I think there was an accident somewhere in these, or a sword or something. Oh, and this is like a little protection zone. Now there's also this spear token. I think I don't know if I actually finished doing that. I think there was also some. Oh, well, doing that. That's a bit inconclusive, I suppose. Now, by doing that, I mean adding actual weapon crafting. I think I didn't go through with that, but maybe started. Wait, those new zombies really look like shit. Oh yeah, and you see, I actually for this one changed the way hit points work. But I'm poisoned now. Okay. Right, that's the fireball. But mana regeneration is kind of slow at the moment. Should also be a way to level up. And I'm kind of cheating by staying in this zone. Probably could have reduced the number of enemies by a bit, because that's quite a lot actually, if I think about it. Yeah, so these what green zombies now? Zombies with a green like aura thingy. As you probably would have guessed, they're the ones that keep poisoning me. Oh yeah, over there was the weapon crafting station, I suppose. And also, you'll realize I suck at building. Let's try that again. Wait, maybe if I hold this token. Okay, I'm still poisoned. Yeah, again, on second thought, this probably shouldn't include this many enemies. Yeah, they are a bit too strong for my taste. But let's just maybe level up so we can match their strength. And now I don't care. We're basically cheating to get here. Unfortunately, the poison passes the safe barrier. Probably should take care of this one. Oh yeah, that's zombie blood, which we need. Yeah, well, I believe it got easier as you progressed. Although I can't really tell with complete certainty. Okay, yeah, at least I got some additional health now. So the question is, where isn't some way to level up my stats? That's probably this guy here. Strength. Yeah, see? Now I'm doing some additional damage. Man, I really gotta start balancing my projects properly. Oh yeah, right, there were these variants. So that's a feral zombie, that's just a zombie. Well, how do they differ again? I suppose there's 2 more damage. Okay, that was close. 2 rotten eyes. Wait, how many do I need to get money? Oh, great. You know what? Let's just explore the map for a bit. It's not really that I added anything of interest, but they shouldn't be able to reach me in here. Good. Well, oh yeah, 1 barrel. Okay, how do spells work? All spells require mana in order to be activated by crouching. Mana charges passively, and a maximum amount equal to a tenfold your intelligence that can be obtained. If a spell requires more mana than you can have, don't worry and wait until your intelligence is increased by either a relic or a level up. I don't know if I actually added relics yet. Oh yeah, I think I did. How can spells be obtained? Spells can be dropped or purchased at merchants. Some spells can also be combined to create more powerful ones, and I absolutely didn't add that yet. I think this is the only spell I got. Oh, dang it. Oh yeah, this is the crafting table for custom items. but I don't have the recipes because I need to buy them first. Wait, did these include something? Okay, I think we know where to go next because I think I've seen some book in there. Oh man, my character's really frail. At this point. Oh yeah, right. Status effects. Unfortunately, I think I remember the status effects, at least to some extent. But I think I hit some spell in there, didn't I? And again, my building skills are abysmal. Don't worry about them too much. No, I put a charm in there. And ripped out page. Okay, so if I remember correctly, your upper inventory row, or your upper few slots at least, can hold relics. What does the torn on page do? Oh. Your hit points increases your speed if your hit points are completely filled. Great, that's rarely gonna happen. And I think that's basically everything I added to this map. Poison, receive damage in regular intervals. Amount of damage scales will affect duration. Yeah, that's what I remembered. Decaying entities. Oh, great! You can get in here. Well, wow. It's not really like I can do a lot about it. Maybe let's just see if I can somehow find more of the structures I built, if they even were additional ones. Which I don't think. Okay, if anybody wants any like explanations, just go ahead and ask. I'll try explaining what these projects are about. Oh, great. Did I go there already? Yeah, I did. In that case, I think the only thing that's left to do is creating those recipes. Oh, well, purchasing them. I mean. At least this does some sort of AoE damage. Probably should have scaled my intelligence rather than strength. Because that would have both increased my mana and my spell damage. And as you see, I'm a bit too bad at this game to use melee. Oh, yeah, that shouldn't have happened. That means certain death. Cool. So got some husk skin, some rotten eyes. Wait, how much money do I actually have? Oh, don't have any. Great. Didn't I already pick up some zombie blood? Okay. You know what, at this point I'm just gonna show the last project on this list, and it's actually my favorite one as well. I just did one stream on this. Never actually an entire video. It's a bit adjacent to like how roguelikes work, but I think it's also not fully balanced, and there's just 3 levels so far, 3 floors, which unfortunately isn't really a lot, but I did add a few classes. Let's quickly look at the chat again. Okay, seems like not too much is happening right now. Oh, I'm sorry for that. Okay. So I suppose we're just gonna have a look. So which class should I play first? Let's stick with warrior for now. And first of all, I'm not going to explain all that much. I'm just going to show you instead. Wait, what does that ability actually do? Wait a second. Let me simply read what all my abilities can do for a moment. The class infos. Your resistance until slightly more damage for a short duration. Okay, that's not all that great. Iron Fist. You shoot a fist made of iron and deals medium damage and can hit multiple enemies. Yeah, I think I remember that. And Soul Fist, vastly improved version of Iron Fist. While possessing at least 15 souls, your melee attacks are stronger. Okay. With that in mind, let's have another go. Well, so essentially we need to collect these souls. Yeah, because I'm just realizing I never touched upon what we actually need to do. We need to collect these souls by slaying enemies, and yeah, I fucked something up. Wait, I need to reselect the class every time, otherwise it won't work. And by slaying enemies, as I said, we get souls, and these must be used to activate a bunch of abilities we have. And after a run, we can spend our unused souls in order to unlock certain abilities, like passive abilities mostly, or upgrades to abilities we already have. Alright, so we somehow need to find a balance between, well, getting far enough in a run by using souls and not using up too many in order to unlock progression. And this, for example, is the fist, which is better than our standard melee attack, but costs souls, as you see. And we're just gonna attempt another class this time, the assassin. Let me quickly reread its abilities. Their abilities. You become invisible for 10 seconds and deal more damage for the same duration. Exposing thrust, you deal damage to a target in front of you. It gains the vulnerable condition. Vulnerable just means it gets more damage. Receives more damage. Most enemies gain the vulnerable condition. Yeah. That's smart vulnerability, and then we've got surprise attack. Your hits stun enemies if the target is at full health. Let's put that back. And start the run. You see, it's stunned. And you may also be wondering why they're all wearing totems. That's just in order so I can detect the deaths to summon souls. Well, that didn't work too well. Now we'll have to actually use some of the abilities. And once more, a problem with this is the balancing, clearly, because it's not balanced at all. You can clearly tell I'm not good at this game, but that's not only my fault. Oh yeah, and we also get money by killing enemies. That money can be used to purchase bread, for example. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying with the assassin. There's also one boss, but I don't think I actually ever managed to beat it, maybe once or twice. We're probably not gonna get there today, but there's still a chance we might. So I think the assassin just basically has a very good passive ability, but the rest isn't too great. Should probably keep in mind though that I haven't really used any of the abilities so far. So the invisibility isn't too bad. Especially given its low cost. And I also deal more damage for the time being. Okay. So now we're gonna try that. Oh yeah, actually healed, that's great. So sometimes there are these special like healing souls that heal you. I don't think I need to say need to add anything to that. And I don't have enough souls for the last ability. Okay, I almost have enough to buy a bit of bread, which will allow me to heal. No. Dang it. Okay, why is the creeper ignoring me? Yeah, probably shouldn't have asked. yeah, I suppose I was still invisible from before. So the strategy that I would recommend with this character, although I'm clearly incapable of following my own advice, would be insulating enemies and attacking them while they're stunned, but yeah, that's unfortunately rarely the case. I'm still invisible for I don't know how long. But yeah, unless the enemies are creepers, then little you can do about it. Yeah. Those prices are way too high. Just like real life. Okay, now I have trouble actually finding enemies. There they are. Okay, I'm kind of fed up now. We'll give the archer a shot. Like it's speed. And I once more failed to read the abilities beforehand. Yeah, the one problem with the archer is that you can easily kill the soul armor stance, which, well, kind of takes out the immersion. Oh yeah, that sucks. I think the archer was the worst class in the game. I don't even want to play second round of the archer. So now that we've had a look at the worst class in the game, let's look at the best one. That's the knight. The knight can just do this and relax. Yeah, because the knight was so strong, I added like another little twist to this game, which I probably shouldn't have in hindsight. That was a stupid design choice, but I wanted the player to be forced to try every class at some point. So, yeah, the classes are randomized after each floor, which again, as I said, probably isn't the best idea. But the knight is great to counter creepers. Yeah, there's like a little shield bash, which costs a few souls too many. And maybe we'll also be able to have a look at, well, the abilities you can purchase using the souls. Anyway, this is the type of project I'd want to continue developing. I'll continue, I start over. But I'll try to combine that with some of the RPG elements like a custom health system. And I could already tell you with certainty that this would require some sort of game testing or game testers, because I myself am terrible at balancing. So wait, what did this do again? Oh yeah, that's like a regeneration mode, which makes you slow, but since you have a shield, it can essentially negate all attacks. It doesn't really matter as you get slow. And I think we're also given a little resistance effect to make up for the slowness. Okay, we can move on to floor 2. No, we can't. That costs 500 gold. Yeah, I probably need to overthink the entire level or floor concept, because pressing a button to advance the next floor isn't really too nice. Great. Now we can move on to the second floor. And if we still have enough gold, which I kind of doubt we have. Ah, yeah, right. Classes get randomized, remember what I told you? Yeah. Probably shouldn't be wasting all my souls. Still want to show you the upgrade system, which I can't really do if I don't have any. Ah, great. Just what I needed. Hi, Mano, on YouTube. Sorry, I seeing your message a bit late. Thanks. Really means a lot to me. Okay. So now I don't really know how many of you were watching when I explained the core concept behind this. Probably none. I'm from Germany, actually. You probably could tell by my accent, but could be worse. Let's put it this way, my accent. I mean, okay. So once more, this is meant to function a bit like a roguelike. So essentially, you can start your runs, which resets your money and your souls, and kill monsters, which gives you souls. And these souls can be used, because you keep them after run, until you start a new one, to purchase abilities here for the different types of classes that there are. There's a total of 5 classes which I made, and each of these have a set of abilities that themselves, oh well, let's not use the archer sucks, that themselves cost souls. Alright? For example, the shield bash costs 12 souls and has this effect: enemies around you are damaged and stunned for a short duration. And so you gotta find some balance between, well, surviving in order to gain enough souls to progress further, and between, well, still having these souls at the end, because if you spend all your souls before dying, you won't be able to purchase any upgrades. Thanks. I hope so too. Alright, and that's the basic premise. So now I just got a total of 80 souls, or 82. We can assign some points. Extra protection costs 1 point. You can additional health occasionally. That doesn't sound too great, does it? Heavy armor, you're tougher yet slower, also isn't all that great. Shield bash expert, on the other hand, is really great, but it costs 2 points, which would require me having a total of 250 souls to spend, which I don't. So I won't be able to do that. Now we can, for example, look at the assassin. Permanent speed buff. That's not too shabby, and the backstab also is kind of cool, as well as his bleed, but unfortunately I made the soul costs far too high. Inflation just as real life. So now, what are we left with? We could have a look at Gunslinger. Speed Search, I wouldn't recommend that. It's rather confusing than it is helpful. And then Sharpshooter. One enemy gains vulnerable. Well, no, that's also not all that great. And the Gunslinger has a horse. I think the Gunslinger is the only class I haven't showcased so far. Actually, I made the Gunslinger in another stream the only stream where you ever get to see this project in the first place. Yeah, the gunslinger has a horse, and this can be upgraded to deal damage. But let's just... Do not I enjoy playing the assassin. Let's go with speed for now. And the like little UI over here shows our skills we've unlocked so far. So again, the assassin allows you to stun enemies as long as they haven't taken damage before. But unfortunately, the assassin's also kind of squishy and easily killed. So we have this ability that turns us invisible. Alright, have a good sleep. Wait, let me read the comments real quick. Yeah. Hi again, Anonymous King Serpent. And this is it. Goodbye. Main on our YouTube. Have a great sleep. Whoa. Okay, now we're invisible again. I don't really see me winning this. Although, in theory, I just need somewhere to gain like 40 more money. Then I could buy some bread and heal. Okay, that's actually good for once. No. Can't buy an enchanted apple. Ah. Hi. Seriously, I just get 1 money from that. Also, this is meant to be played in adventure, not in survival. But I'm playing in survival anyway, so it's not like there's any structures I could break. Alright. See, now I have 18 souls in total, and that won't suffice. Won't even come close to be sufficient for buying a new upgrade. That's why I'm gonna pick the knight. And farm some souls, I guess. It's kind of slow, but works. So anyway, you'll be interested in me continuing, well, not continuing this project, but as I already mentioned, starting a new project based on the same principle as this one. Or do you think it's just boring? Feel free to be honest. Also, are there any like videos you want me to make because I currently don't have too many ideas. So any ideas are welcome. Well, that was close. Okay, see, because the souls are progressing really slowly. Let's get to 80, and I think I'm gonna do something I usually would never do. I would just cheat and just get these souls by using the scoreboard command. Got 80. You can kill me now. Great. Okay, let's just get soul toughness for the warrior. And then let's get a bunch of souls. Now we can buy both backstab and bleed for the assassin. And is there anything we want to buy for the archer? No, the archer is actually pretty cheap. It just has some bow enchantments. Let's get the horse upgrade for the gunslinger. And the backstab's actually pretty good combined with bleed. No, not with bleed, with the invisible ability. Oh well, that didn't go as planned. Yeah, see, that's the bleed effect anyway. Which isn't too shabby either. I think the assassin has the best upgrades by far. And in theory, we can combine different effects to achieve the maximum damage. So, for example, could do this. Well, now they saw me. Gotta be kidding me. Oh. Looks like the damage still doesn't suffice to kill it one hit, but... Oh yeah, right. That ability only does like 7 damage, and I'm not sure what the damage boost on backstab is. I think it's a set amount of damage actually, because I didn't revamp the entire damage and health system like it did in the RPG world. Anyway, I think this is everything I wanted to show you today. So maybe we can repeat this kind of stream in the future, or well, different type of stream where I work on a different project. And I think we'll see in the future. Thanks to everybody who's watched this far.